Well, I'm excited to welcome you to the Elite Advisor Report. And in this episode, I want to share with you the 5 must-have wealth management meetings that you have to have with every single client. And in this episode, we're going to have some key takeaways. Let me share with you what they are. Very first is we're going to go over the need for a systemic process, a very systematic process for delivering value. So we don't leave anything to chance for the right affluent clients. Second, we're going to go over the foundation of true wealth management, which is really about discovering the key financial needs that each of your clients have, and we're going to frame them around the 5 big concerns that we see in our research. And then lastly, we're going to talk about how you can start asking for referrals and really get great introductions from your clients and additional assets right now. This is an amazing, powerful process you don't want to miss. I'm John Bowen, CEO and founder of CEG Worldwide, and let's get started. In earlier episodes, I've talked about the big 5 concern, but it warrants going over them again because this is foundational research we've done and we see it over and over again. And every advisor who wants to be at the elite level, consistently making $1 million or more of net income while doing a great job, you got to do these 5. Success means different things to different people, and maybe you don't need that much income. You want different combinations of things. That's okay. But these are the big 5 that the affluent clients, people with $1 million or more of investable assets, are concerned with. Number 1, they want help help making smart decisions about their money. Okay, this is the investment side. Okay, either you're really great at it or you've already found someone that you can outsource it to. So smart decisions about the money. Second is mitigating taxes. Third is taking care of the heirs. Fourth is protecting the assets. Again, I like to wrap my arms around it. Protecting the assets from being unjustly taken through litigation or divorce. And the 5th is, to the extent they're charitable, magnifying the charitable gift. Now, those are the big 5. Now, one of the key things is you have to have a systematic process to address this. So let me share what we do in our coaching program. And this is the research that we have found over and over again that has been phenomenal. I mean, it's a great process. And let me blow it up here for you. There's a 5-meeting process. So think of the top line as the 5 meetings that the clients are going to experience. Below that line is you doing it on your own, with your team. Think of the top as front stage, the bottom is backstage. The client doesn't see this. Now, the most important meeting, not surprisingly, is the first meeting. It's called the discovery meeting, where you do a complete discovery. Now, I'm going to just go at a high level because of the limits on time that we have together in these Elite Advisor Report. I want to go into more detail on it. But think of it as this is where you're going to ask a series of questions around, in our case, not 5, but 7 key areas. The way we structure it, we create a mind map, what we call the total client profile, and we ask questions on values, what's most important about money to them. That comes from a value clarification. Bill Bacharach brought it to our industry. He's a good friend, but very powerful, getting clear on their values. Second, their goals. What do they find most important? What are they most proud of in the past, and what do they want to do going forward? And we have 62 questions that we do. I'm going to just go high level. So think values, goals. Then we ask about relationships. What are the most important relationships in their life? Notice that as we do that, those 3 are all emotional. Clients want to connect with you emotionally first and then justify it with logic. 84% of the affluent individuals that we survey. So that's a big aha. You've got to connect emotionally. Then we go into assets and liability. Then we go from there And to their current advisors, not only financial advisor, investment advisors, but the attorneys, accountants, and professionals, we're asking about the relationships. And then we ask them about process. How do they want to work with us? And then lastly, we're going to go back to emotion. What do they enjoy doing when they're not working? And that's the discovery meeting, at a very high level. So think of that as, and you're going to pick up all the documentation that you need for that. It's very professional, very emotional connecting, and they're clear on it. You take that information, and we're going to create an investment plan. We're going to take a look at where, what their goals are, where they are financially, and what we would do in their situation. Now, you notice down here we have an investment plan IPS. So we're going to put in writing the specific recommendations, and we're going to, depending on what you do, whether it's Monte Carlo simulations, whether regression analysis, whatever you do to help them make a good decision, you do that. But they're looking at more of a summary report. Don't feel that you have to impress them with detail. They're looking for the answer. Then what we do is we'll take that, and even if they want to invest here, we tell them to hang on. You can see the suggestions usually about a week, and we'll have what we call a mutual commitment meeting. They're going to have some questions along the way, and the question is so important to address. We'll have them come in. We're going to see if they have any questions. Don't answer any of the questions. Just start writing them down. We want to see what the pattern of questions. A lot of times when people are investing their life savings, they feel they should ask questions. Other times there's really important things that we need to address. We're going to go ahead and address those, and if we need to do any fine tuning, we will do that, and then we'll open up the accounts. And one of the things I always like to do is tell them, tell them that we're whoever your custodian is or broker-dealer, they're going to cut a tree down in their honor, slice it real thin, and mail it out to them. And this is, just preparing them for paperwork and all the disclosures that we have to do. And then we're going to invite them to come back for a 45-day meeting. And the 45-day meeting is to help them really understand all the paperwork they got, have access, to, if you do a lockbox on your system for the paperwork, how to access the accounts and so on, to really get them in the flow, to have them comfortable. From there, what we're going to do behind the scenes, we're putting together the advanced plan. And what the advanced plan is dealing with those 4 areas beyond investment: mitigating taxes, taking care of the errors, protecting the assets, and going ahead and magnifying the charitable gifts. So how do we do that? Well, you would have put together, and last week I talked about the professional network and selecting the right people. Then you're going to have, as needed, and this is usually for most advisors quarterly, some are doing it monthly, some have multiple teams depending on the size and flow of your business. But they're going to evaluate those 4 major concerns and do a brainstorming process where they're not going to review the documents, but they're going to look and explore next steps. And with that information and insights, you put together an advanced plan and bring it to the regular progress meeting. So the regular progress meeting is, you start every meeting once they become clients. Has anything changed personally, professionally, or financially? Why? Things change, so you want to always know that. You want to bring them up to date on the progress they made on the investment, and then you're going to look at the advanced planning recommendations, and really they should be prioritized during the professional network meeting. But what you're going to then do is you're going to begin checking them off and making sure they've updated everything. I got to tell you, this process has been extremely successful, and no matter what you do, you need to have a systemic process, because what we find is delivering true wealth management, you have to delight your clients. And to delight your clients, they're going to provide additional assets to you. Initially, one of the things we hear so many of the self-appointed gurus in the industry say, hey, don't work with them unless they give you all the assets. Well, if you're moving up market, I can tell you at $5 million and above of investable assets, surveys that we do of the affluent with over 5 million, they typically have over 5 advisors, not accountants and attorneys, but financial advisors where they've placed assets. So you want to be the primary advisor to get the lion's share of the assets, kind of the core holdings. And as you build confidence, you're going to get even more. Also, you want to have a world-class client experience that they go, wow, and they want to share you with their friends, their colleagues, their other professionals. We have a process we use that is called the second opinion, where they want to, as a top client, they have access to introducing you to other people so you can do a review and deliver that same experience. It is an amazing, powerful process. See, what we're looking to do is to help you. And just like, and I always go back to the hierarchy of advisor success and how success means different things to different people, but how can you get up to this level? I wasn't a financial advisor most of my life, and I've been at every one of the levels, and I can tell you I most enjoyed being at the elite level. And it gave me, it allowed me to build an amazing life of significance so I could take care of the people I love, the causes I care about, and really make a difference in the world. And what it's all about to us here at CEG is how can we help you do it faster and with less effort than you ever thought possible, so that you can build an amazing life of significance, serving fewer and wealthier clients and doing a great job. And again, doing it faster and with less effort than you ever thought possible. Now, one of the questions I get over and over again, every time I present is, John, will you take a look at our practice and see what we should do to accelerate our success even more, to race up that hierarchy of advisor success? And I got to tell you, the answer is yes. We've got a great team here at CEG, and we work with financial advisors just like you to show the specific action, the 3 simple and elegant actions that we would take that would fast track you up that hierarchy of advisor success. Now, to do that, all you have to do is somewhere around here, there's a link, depending on where you're watching this video, to a strategy call. If you're watching it anywhere else other than at our website, cegworldwide.com, go there because you're going to get bonuses and stuff like that. But schedule your strategy call. What this is, we'll take a look at where you are now, where you want to go, what are the gaps, and what would we do if we were in your shoes to accelerate your success even more. What's the simplest, elegant things that you can do, no more than 3, that will allow you to race up the hierarchy of success? So go ahead and click that calendar now. You need to have a net income of over $200,000 because we want you to have a foundation so that we can really build on it very, very quickly. It's just so important not to waste time along the way. And as we give you the recommendations, it's a 2-step process. We'll also identify whether we can help you. I mean, you don't need to do this alone, and you can accelerate it even more. The key here is your clients, your current clients, your future clients, and your strategic alliances, they're all counting on you. Don't let them down. I'll see you next week.